3.5 minutes.
I didn't. I didn't swear. I didn't swear like until the numbers were showing up. It didn't go live yet, so
Sure.
that's why I saw. So like,
you're just swearing at everybody this week, man. You're cussing at the dog. You're cussing at the cat. Did you like cuss out your chickens too?
No, I didn't cuss. I don't talk to the chickens. The closest I get is I'm like, what's a grass?
So are people like trying to rob your eggs in the middle of the night right now? Like, isn't that a big thing?
Well, the thing is, they're not laying right now. It's got another like a week or so. But we got 2 eggs yesterday, and so
you can make an omelet.
Yeah.
Or 2 bowls of ramen.
I'm not a big egg person. I mean, I'm fine with eggs and things, but I'm not like I'm not like ooh scramble omelet. Yeah, I'm not. I don't hate it.
No, I'm not a big scrambled guy. I always do like over easy eggs or like easier poached.
You know what's good is eggs on a burger. Like you take a like
hangover burgers.
Yeah, those are good.
Oh, now I'm hungry, and I'm smelling. My wife just got done like grilling up some chicken because she's making this like special so the whole house smells like chicken right now. You can't even smell it, but I can. It smells like chicken, Chris. Why does everything smell like chicken? Perfect. Yeah, go for it. Why not?
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, welcome to a new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
And today we are going to be reviewing 2 movies out there in the wonderful world of cinema. 2, dos, tres, not tres, dos, 2.
Yeah.
And see what we can come up with and see if they're good, they're bad, they're ugly, or they just made us want to walk out.
We saw both. So.
Oh, I mean, I saw one of them like while I was like really drunk. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't. I try to be. I always try to be sober for all the films.
2 sci-fi films this week. So.
I know it is sci-fi. It's like sci-fi week. Before the 94 million horror movies we're gonna do. It's sci-fi week.
It's awesome.
All right, coming up first is Gorge. Is the first movie that we're going to be talking about, starring the one and only Miles Teller.
I think that YouTube is the perfect training ground for producing video resumes that really stand out from the crowd. And clients of Southern California's premier executive placement firm deserve those kind of resumes. Ones that grab the employer's attention, don't let go, even if they say uncle. So hire William Davis and your clients will hire William Davis and your clients will rise above the rest of the, I'm so sorry about that. Hire William Davis and your clients will rise above, and that's what you want, right? My girlfriend and I are having a fight. Do you mind if I...
What could be more important?
Thank you, sir. That's what I was saying. And send. So, where were we?
I was showing you the door, Mr. Davis. That's it over there.
Damn.
I mean, literally, who doesn't mute their phone before they go into
an interview? Yeah, what an idiot. Yeah.
What a moron. That movie's called Get a Job. Also in this movie, playing pretty much the second role, like I think there's one other role in this movie for 5 minutes. But besides this, the second person is, this clip is from Chris's probably favorite movie of all times, Mrs. Anya Taylor-Joy.
is that little man? Peep. Boom. There you are. There you are. Peep. Boom. Sam? Samuel!
The Witch, and the reason that's Chris's favorite movie. He literally has it tattooed on his arm. He's going to show you his tattoo now, just because I said that. No, I'm not. He's got too many layers. Too many layers.
Yeah.
There's too many layers.
Yeah.
What's the temperature of your place? Because right now it's 80 degrees.
Okay, yeah, it's 80 degrees here, but it's just that it's cold in the basement always. Like that's like consistently chilly down here.
I literally had to turn on the air conditioning, and I'm wearing shorts right now so I'm not sweating in front of the lights here. Also in this movie, the one and only one of the sci-fi legends of all time, Mrs. Sigourney Weaver.
The screams of the victim deaden his pain. The act of killing makes him feel intensely alive. What he feels next is not guilt, but disappointment. It was not as wonderful as he'd hoped. Maybe next time, it will be perfect. And as his determination builds to take another life, he plans in obsessive detail what props he'll bring, what knots he'll tie. Let me ask you guys something. What turns you on? I mean, what really does it for you? Is it a great body? Is it a nice smile? Is it beautiful legs? Well, what turns on a serial killer is the suffering and death of another human being.
From Copycat.
I know. I watched it last night after I got the clip. I was like, man, I totally forgot about that movie. Yeah, I know. She becomes like what do you call it when you don't want to leave the house?
Agoraphobic.
Agoraphobic. I thought it was agoraphobic. Yay! Woo!
Yeah.
Points for me knowing that off the top of my head and not saying it because I didn't have the balls. But it was a really good movie. And that movie is The Gorge. We'll talk about that here in a second. And then the movie of the week, the one that was out at the theaters, is good old Mickey 17, featuring the one and only Robert Pattinson.
Tyler! Mr. Hawkins!
It's fine, Jimmy. It's fine.
She drew you a picture. She drew you a picture and you didn't come.
Put it on the table.
You have a daughter who sincerely believes that you don't like her. I mean, she's trying to communicate. She's speaking. But why aren't you listening? I mean, why aren't you riveted? Why is this not the most important thing? Just for one night!
From Remember Me, a surprisingly really good movie.
I know, it was a really, really good movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Everybody knows him from, the vampire movies and Batman and all the other stuff. But no one ever remembers the movie Remember Me. Like, when I talk to people, I always
it came out like around the same time the Twilight movies did. So I was like, fuck that movie. But no, Robert Pattinson's a fantastic actor, and Remember Me is no exception.
Also in this movie is Naomi Ackie.
Gotta change it up. From now on, go low-key with the physical stuff, because they gonna use it against me if they find out. It's gonna stop us from going where we need to go. We can't let them,
Yeah, so you, what? You want me to leave? You want to break up?
No. I love you. Oh, we just gotta be cool and smart. Cool and smart. Cool and smart.
From I Want to Dance with Somebody.
I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat from somebody.
Yeah, that's what that movie is.
And then also in this movie is the wonderful, the awesome Mr. Mark Ruffalo.
Mike. What? Why are we hesitating? Baron told us to get law. This is law.
Baron told us to get the system. We need the full scope. That's the only thing that will put an end to this.
Now let's take it up to Ben. Let him decide.
We'll take it to Ben when I say it's time. It's time, Robbie. It's time. They knew, and they let it happen. 2 kids. Okay? It could have been you. It could have been me. It could have been any of us. We got to nail these scumbags. We got to show people that nobody can get away with this. Not a priest or a cardinal or a freaking pope.
From Spotlight.
Spotlight, one of my favorite movies of all time that have to do with corruption and busting cardinals. I guess.
It's like you need to add that word after that.
Toni Collette is in this movie as well.
Passing the torch. So we're here with Joni Thrombey, Harlan Thrombey's daughter-in-law.
Yeah, I married his son Neil. We had one daughter, Meg, and then Neil passed on 15 years ago.
You were really close to the Thrombeys.
Oh, they're my family. I feel simultaneously freed by and supported by them. It's that balance of opposites that's the nugget of flam.
Sorry, the nugget of...
Flam.
Oh, yeah, Flam, your skincare company. Sorry.
I forgive you. Yeah, it's skincare, but it promotes a total lifestyle. Self-sufficiency with an acknowledgement of human need. That's Flam. But it's also Harlan. He got me and Meg through some tough times.
That's from Knives Out.
Knives Out, one of the best movies of all time, period. You can't tell me differently. And then last but not least, Mr. Steven Yeun.
Why?
It's complicated. Come with me and...
Now, why would you lie to me again? You killed thousands of people.
Yes.
Why would you think I'd ever want to see you again? You called Mom a pet.
Mark, I need your help.
I can't believe you put them up to this. Made them lie to me, too.
Just listen.
I don't have to listen to anything you say.
Mark, look, I made a mistake. And I've thought about you every day since...
A mistake?!
Son?
No, you don't get to call me that anymore.
What do you want me to say, Mark?
You could have started with, I'm sorry.
From Invincible.
Invincible. I love Invincible. It's one of my favorite shows. I just realized that started up again, too. There is too much stuff. There's just so much stuff.
It's too much. It's bullshit. It really is.
It's bullshit. It's like the other day, one of my friends was like, "Are you watching MLZ or MZW or MZW wrestling?" And I go, "No, because I'm watching like 4 other ones already, and then I'm watching movies and comic books, and I'm trying to play whatever video games I can, and go to concerts, and go out, hang out with my family. Like Jesus, like I need to sleep at some point in a day. It's like." Remember when it's like nerdyisms is like happen every like once every 3 months maybe, and now it's like there's a new thing every 2 weeks.
Well, it depends on what you're nerdy about. Like yeah, with wrestling, you're nerdy all the time. You know what I mean?
For life. Hey, what? What are you saying? What? I can't hear you. What? What?
Yeah, but people not watching this. What the fuck's going on?
If people watch this and they at least met me in life, they at least know that they acknowledge me, and that's fine. Chris, tell everybody where they can find us.
Us on online Movies Don't Suck Network, Facebook.com/Movies Don't Suck Podcast. We're on MTS Podcast on Instagram. We're at Movies Don't Suck Podcast on YouTube. We're at W2Mnet.com. That's W2M2Movies.net. You'll find this podcast. If you guys want merch, go to TeePublic. We'll get Blackwood Productions. You'll find shirts there. If you got no go somewhere, got Bonfire Concerts, Movies Don't Suck, and something to do, find us. Where you find podcasts, where you find podcasts, find us. Also, if you guys want a free sticker, send us a message. I'll send one over. Because why not? You don't have to pay postage. I got the covered. I got to book a stamp somewhere. So, Neil, who are we talking about today?
All right, man, because we're getting so close to it, we might as well throw it over to them one more time. And that is the wonderful only Panic Fest 2025.
Yeah.
Today they actually put out that they need volunteers. So if you are in the Kansas City area and want to volunteer for a really cool horror movie convention, you can go to their website at panicfest.com and fill that information. Yep, panicfilmfest.com. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nightmare Hair Junkhead will be there this year. Tickets are on sale already. I know also Freaky Tales is going to be covered. Hell of a Summer, so it's going to be covered. What else is going to be there? 40 Acres. We got Mr. K. Yeah, I've gotten as much as I could possibly find. A Cult Podcast is going to be there. Look at the T-shirt this year. I'm a big fan of the T-shirt.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. I like that one.
It's pretty dope.
But yeah, it's awesome. It's at the Armor Screen. It's Screenland Armor, in North Kansas City. It's one of our favorite.
Historic Screenland Armor. Yeah.
It's one of the best places that me and Chris love going to as theater. We'll both be there during the first week at the 27th or 26th or whatever it is.
Yeah.
For you to know,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Correct. Yeah. And then for just for you guys, it's over a decade. Panic Fest has celebrated Demon Cats, embrace the edge of madness, and showcase blood-pumping genre films for emerging filmmakers. It is long films, short films, big films. There's also a virtual universe you can go and take a look at up on the website at panicfilmfest.com, or you can go to Facebook at Panic Film Fest. We're also, both of them great. Definitely go check it out. We'll be there. It's going to be part of our year. We love them. We always have a good time. Go, be there, be a part of it.
Yeah, this is special for you. You know that they're one of the first festivals that screened What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, it was Panic Film Festival.
Yeah.
They also did a Hostel, if I remember too. If I remember, we had a conversation with
Hostel's wheeled in the Panic Fest. Hostel's like 20 years ago.
10. Okay, maybe it's Hostel too. I don't know. There's another movie too. Not What We Do in Shadows, but there's a gory one because I remember during the interview he told us.
Yeah. Well,
I can't remember now. I mean, that was years ago.
I posted just recently on our Facebook that picture of me and Uncle Peckerhead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot I took a picture of them. He put his arm around me and everything. I was afraid to eat me, but Uncle Peckerhead's an underrated horror film. You just watch it. You know what else is under? You know what's probably a rated film? The Gorge.
What's that? The Gorge.
Directed by Scott
good
Derrickson.
Good segue. Yeah, everybody give a big round of applause for that segue.
So, directed by Scott Derrickson, he did such things as he did a segment for VHS 85. He did Black Phone. He did Doctor Strange. He did Delivers from Evil. Did Sinister, and this is his newest one, The Gorge. Probably, I think it's the most expensive movie made on Apple TV. Starring, and this is written by Zach Dean. This stars Miles Teller as Levi.
I think that YouTube is the perfect training ground for producing video resumes that really stand out from the crowd. And
Anya Taylor-Joy as Drassa. Sigourney Weaver as Bartholomew.
Screams of the victim deaden his pain.
This also has like almost no one else in it. I mean, really.
There's really nobody in it.
Yeah, so Derusu is JD. And Neil, why don't you read the storyline for The Gorge?
2 highly trained operatives are appointed to post in guard towers on opposite side of a vast, highly classified gorge, protecting the world from an enclosed, mysterious evil that lurks within. They bond from a distance while trying to stay vigilant and defending against an unseen enemy. When the cosmic threat to humanity is revealed to them, they must work together in a test of both their physical and mental strength to keep the secret in the gorge before it's too late.
So it's PG-13, so there's no F-bombs or nudity or anything like that.
No, nothing like that at all. No.
And if you want to really enjoy this, go ahead and turn your brain off for a little bit because there's potholes abound in this thing.
There is so many. The thing is about this movie, I wanted it to be different. All right. I wanted it pretty blind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted it to be like, I wanted it to be the slow burn. I wanted it to be like very like, oh, here's 2 weeks, here's a month, here's a year, or whatever. I wanted that time to lapse a little bit more for more eeriness. I didn't need to see the creatures.
Right. So that's when the movie sort of takes a turn for not the worst, but definitely like
Different.
so it starts out kind of like a romance, like
Yeah.
yeah, like which by the way, again, I have issues with all of it. I want to say for us, I didn't hate this movie. I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it. I didn't
yeah,
hate it. It was just like the first hour was one movie and the last hour was a completely different movie.
Yeah, to really total shift. And so like I don't think I can anything wait. Like, so I'm not gonna give anything away because whatever. But it's like half romance, half action film, right? Like, but not at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, not at the same time. But the gorge itself, it's like they have they have the top part, and then you to a different part of it, and it's like a video game. That's what it's like. It's like playing a video game. That part that you see in the trailer, where all these things are chasing the shit. So it's like you're playing Dark Souls or something like that. And
yeah, I like that. It's like you're playing Dark Souls.
Yeah, and it's not a bad movie, but there's just so much that you're like, why the fuck did they do that? It's a lot of that, and like I said, it's not bad.
At least the people like us, like there's a lot of parts in it that's just like, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like, well, I'm trying not to ruin it either because I don't want to ruin specific parts. But there's a certain part where it's like, why do they do that now already? That is dumb.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it just they have this little slow burn of a movie at the beginning where you're like, oh, the mystery. What's the mystery?
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen? But then like they gave away the mystery like way early.
Yeah. You didn't need to see what they looked like. Basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and then
you see one of the creatures right off, like almost like 10 minutes in, you see one of the creatures.
Yeah, and it's like, look, and maybe that's what they wanted to do with it and stuff like that. But really, I just think this movie would have benefited so much more if you didn't see the creatures until like the end or something like that, because it was just like weird. It was just like all of a sudden, here's this. And then they went into this whole deep dive of going that way. And it literally, I think it was like at 56 minutes in the movie, it literally just was a completely different movie from their point on.
So I do want to mention that it's fine seeing Miles and Anya play Taylor-Joy. They have chemistry.
Right.
And,
yeah.
And Miles Teller finally looks like an adult. He doesn't look like a child anymore.
And finally looks like a man.
So it's good seeing two attractive people do attractive stuff together, and you enjoy that part. Like me and Neil were big saps. We're suckers for that kind of thing. And then they go to the gorge, which I want to mention. It doesn't look bad. The CGI is not bad in this.
No, the CGI is good. It's
this looks like it could have gone. It didn't feel like a streaming movie. That's what I'm saying. I could have gone to the theaters.
Yeah, they could have easily been out at the theaters. You could easily seen this in a movie theater and it would have been perfectly fine.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have had that place. And it's an original story. You don't see stories like this a lot. Like of course the familiar beats especially when it's against something gorge, you start to understand. But
when shit gone down, that you got some stuff that you're used to. But the beginning of this movie,
Now it's not very ambitious. It's not going to challenge your conventions the way the movie is.
No,
and like I said, and also you're gonna be like a lot of like, oh, they're just spoon feeding us the answers, and they're just making it obvious, and they're gonna even say it out loud at some points. But it was fine, like it was okay. It was.
It was fine. It was fine.
There's worse ways to. It's a little overlong. It's 2 hours 7 minutes, which it didn't need to be. But like like Neil was right. It's like he's trying to blend these two genres together, but really it's like two different movies, and I like the actors in it. I mean, Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy are hard not to like in this. Some people still dislike Miles Teller for what he did in Fantastic Four. I didn't see that movie.
Exactly.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that movie, so I don't know. And also, he also just I think he's done some really dickish stuff in press, you know. But
He was great as Rooster in Top Gun Maverick.
yeah, and he was also great in Whiplash, which is
You
where
mean the
everyone
first movie he ever did?
Yeah. He was really good in that. And I mean, it's really but to me, that's really J.K. Simmons' movie. If you think about it, you know, like if you remember who was in that movie.
It's both of their movies. Like,
Okay, all
it's
right.
both of their movies. Come
But
on
J.K. Simmons is
now.
the one you really remember, though. Really,
Yeah.
like, yeah. But The Gorge is okay. It's not bad. There's worse ways to spend 2 hours. And if you want to watch a big dumb action movie, I'm sorry. If you want to watch a nice sweet story and a big dumb action movie with monsters in it,
Same
you can
time.
yeah, same thing. You can watch this one.
I mean, you can even trick like if your girlfriend or mate or boyfriend or whatever is one of those that like sleep.
Your significant other.
Yeah, if your significant other, if they're one of them that like fall asleep at the beginning of every movie, this is one of those that you can put on and it's like, oh, it's cute. It's they're and then it's like, oh, it's like a love story, and then they'll pass out, and then you'll see all the weird killing crazy shit that happens. And then
There was some
you have to explain it. Oh my gosh.
There are some pretty cool creatures in this, I gotta say. Like you know, some of it was kind of cool, but like Neil said, I could have used a bit like to if there were also some really weird ones that you go like, why would you show that now? Show that yeah, that's creepier than anything else you see in this movie. But it's it's not very intelligent. The dialogue's fine, but the things that they do, you're like, why would they do that? How would that work? And like I'm gonna give you one. There's a chess scene. Well, why there's two people? There's one person. Why would they have chess for one person? You know, like
someone knew to bring a chessboard at some point. That was weird. The other thing that's funny about that is one of the facts that I popped up earlier for people who are just listening and not watching. One of the facts I popped up was that the scenes in it were ones they're playing drums across the gorge, and then they're playing chess across the gorge. Were scenes that were originally written from the book, and they didn't have Anya Taylor and Miles Teller yet. They had they read the script and they go, okay, can we take those scenes out? And they're like, no, especially since you got famous for playing chess and you got famous for playing drums.
Yeah. So yeah, the movie itself it's not like I said, it's not terrible, and there's some thrilling parts, but you have to suspend your disbelief quite a bit for a lot of this to work. Especially the ending. I'm not gonna even with the ending, but I'm not even with the ending. But you're like, okay, come on now.
Come on, chameleon.
Yeah, that's why I said Culture Club right away. But the Gorge, it's okay, man. It's not bad. The score has come down after seeing two sci-fi films and seeing like seeing what one.
Seeing one after the other is kind of
yeah. It's just like okay, so this
I saw them both in the same day too. So
okay, did you see one after the other? Would you see this one first?
One after the other. Yep, I saw this one first, and then I watched Mickey 17.
And so you get to see like the difference
and the difference of director and staff mates.
Yeah. I mean, because you know people talk about this movie, the Gorge. They'll call it a sci-fi film, but when you talk about the next one, they talk about the director, and then it's a sci-fi film. but this is the Gorge. Oh,
what do you think? Yeah, what's your score on this, buddy? On this out of 5, what is your score?
3.5, 3.4. It's not bad.
I'm gonna go like 3.3 on it, just because a little bit lower. And again, this is just a good movie. You want to put it on, watch it. It's cool. It's got a cute story and stuff like that. But my only problem again is that I think they had a good thing going, and then all of a sudden they just flipped the switch on it, thinking, "Oh, this is going to be like a shock and awe moment." And I didn't get that. I was more like, that's kind of dumb. You could have played on that emotion for a moment, knocked a little bit of that part out, and knock that down a little bit. But whatever, they tried. Everybody got everybody did their thing.
It's fine. And it's. I wasn't upset that I watched it. You know what I mean? And I
mean, I
appreciate.
cried. I'm like, why did I spend that time in my life on this movie? And I'm never gonna watch another movie again.
You're thinking I could have played the wrestling game for 2 hours. So you're thinking.
I've been playing WWE 2K25 for the last week, and man, I have just been. I've been watching stuff on my phone or my laptop while I'm playing the game.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on RottenTomatoes.com right now. What is the audience score for The Gorge?
I think they gave it an 82%. I think they went way higher than this.
77%.
Ah, it's close.
Yeah. All right, Neil, what's the Big Bang critic score for The Gorge?
I'm gonna say 63.
Actually, it's not. I mean, that's about pretty close. 64%. You're almost there.
Damn, that was close.
Critics' consensus is mixing multiple genres. The Gorge makes for a surprisingly endearing romance until its action thriller obligations steer proceedings back onto a more predictable path. Kind of what you said. This is
I don't know if it was predictable. It was just kind of there.
I'll read you a bad review and a good review because if we like it, we usually read the bad review after this. This is man, even the good reviews aren't that good. So this is from Sarah Mars, Laney Grossop. She says, for the most part, Gorge is enjoyable, a very silly idea, executed very well. And this one says, but this is a bad review, and it's not good. This is from Dana Klein of We're Watching That. That's what it says with the question mark. Perhaps she should rename the bog as it gets mired down too much setup for it's ultimately a paper numbers action film. Feels like it should have been served better as a tutorial of a video game with no shade of video games.
And it'd have been a good video game, not to lie.
Like I said, like Dark Souls, I saw that in there. And then this
it could be like a 100-hour game. In the first 50 hours, you have to just try to get the other person across the way.
It's like a romance, and maybe that first one. Like, yeah.
Like, and then as soon as you get over that, then it's a quick shooter.
Yeah. The top man for reviewing this is Dennis Schwartz reviews. This is a B-, but he says too absurd to take seriously. And you're like, it seems like you like the B- is not bad. I mean, if I got a B- on a paper in school, I'd be like, I didn't get bad, whatever. The Gorge on Apple TV. It's not horrible. It looks pretty good.
Go watch it.
Yeah, if you guys want to watch it,
go watch it. It's literally it's not. It's one of those movies that it's not like. Okay, that kind of sucked. No, it's one of those movies that you're kind of like, all right.
And it's not asking a whole lot of you. If you want people that watch these movies to not be challenged, I mean, you won't be that challenged unless you're scared easy. Which, if you're a pussy, but you're
all right, let's go to the news, buddy. Before you get us in trouble. Welcome to the Movies Don't Suck and Something News, where I read stuff to Chris because his internet got taken away because he didn't pay the bill for 3 years.
That's how it works over here.
Yep.
They give me 3 years.
You need to trade in some eggs.
I have dude. Yeah, man. So everyone's about them eggs, and I'm like, I don't even care.
we call Chris Mr. Eggman.
Dr. Robotnik.
Alex Garland, one of Chris's favorite directors, he did Civil War a couple years ago with A24. His new movie, which will be coming out for called Warfare for A24, has been getting nothing but good reviews right now, man. It's hitting a high mark, and it's already hit South by Southwest, and man, and people are gave it like a 10-minute standing ovation. So
I think there's actually veterans who are playing in it, right? Like
Yes,
actual
more
veterans.
veterans are playing in it. It's Drew calls welfare the most unbearable tense, while also adding that you are their combat movie free of nearly all frills. He continued excellent performances from the young cast, also working together with Garland and Mendoza, who did the movie. They said that the soldiers were about as realistic as they come. So, I mean, yeah.
I saw a trailer for this, and it looked like it was. I'm a big sucker for those type of movies, like us against the world type thing. So I'm interested in warfare.
You're
Civil War is
always
done.
interested in warfare.
I
You're
would
a
never want to
warfare
be.
kind of guy.
I would never want to be in war. That sounds awful. But
Chris, like, if you don't know this guy's about him, he
God,
goes
no.
out every night and dresses up in camo and like crawls in his backyard to go feed the, and all.
I even got the grease paint on me.
I think there's some lack of sleep, bro.
You
Anyway.
remember that movie Lone Survivor, and you're like, you can't, you're like, spoiler alert, it's one guy who lives, Lone Survivor. Like.
All right. Ang Lee is finally giving us some information on his long-awaited Bruce Lee biopic. And that is that the screenplay is finally done. Now, he told us about this back in 2022, is how long he's been working on the script. He said he wanted to get it just because of a legend like Bruce Lee, you don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah, that's fair.
So now it seems like they're pushing forward and that we're going to get it probably within the next 2 years.
Okay, well,
yeah, I know.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, it's Bruce Lee. It's Bruce Lee and Ang Lee, man. I mean, come on, those are like two big names.
There's another Bruce Lee, like I think it was like a mini series about his life. I don't know how accurate it was, but it's pretty good. I mean, also, granted, I was like a teen when I saw it, so I don't know how good it is now.
Jack Quaid is going to be returning to the Scream universe. When asked the question, he kind of slipped and he's like, oh my God, I don't know for sure yet. I don't know. I guess I'll have to keep my mouth closed anyway if I am part of it.
Wait, he was part. I didn't have the clue he was part of Scream. I just don't remember that part.
Yeah, he was one of the killers in the one where they were in the. Remember when they had the one with the cases in the theater?
Oh,
he was the killer in that one.
Yeah,
he was the killer in that one. Oh, I mean, no. Spoiler alert! Sorry.
Fuck you! Why'd you do that?
For a movie that's like 4 years old, but sorry about that.
Yeah.
It looks like Heat 2 might not be happening. So the sequel to Heat 2 that was supposed to have Adam Driver involved in it and all that, looks like the studio's like, I don't know if we're gonna make this one.
You don't generally mess with a really vulgar. I mean, no, that's a lie. They always mess with really vulgar movies, but I don't know if Heat has the same heat about it. You know what I mean? Like, why would
but yeah, the studio's like they have a script turned in, but Warner Brothers is kind of like, I don't know, because Warner Brothers is having issues with not making any money on their movies right now.
Oh yeah,
and so they're trying to see what they could pop out there that's going to be good, and they don't think that's the right one. Maybe. Right?
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Narnia's adaptation to make its first major casting. Uncle Andrew Kitterly, who's the guy uncle that owns the house I think they all live in, if I believe is the guy.
Yeah.
That character, who has more to do than they did in the last movies, it's because they're going to go more by the books, will be played by none other than the greatest James Bond himself, Mr. Daniel Craig, will be the new. Oh, I know. I just pissed off so many people by saying that. I know I did. I know I
think the best
James Bond. Yes. I love Sean Connery, but man, Daniel Craig.
Oh. Neil, knock.
Who's there?
Dishes.
Dishes who?
Dishes Sean Connery.
Dishes Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
a remake now of the David Lynch movie, The Elephant Man, is in works, and Jack Houston, well known for his acting roles in Boardwalk Empire and American Hustle, is set to helm the upcoming remake.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if we need a remake of a David Lynch film. To me, David Lynch.
I don't think we need remakes of like classics. Again, me and you have had this conversation for like the last however many years we've been on this damn podcast. But like literally, go remake the shit that sucked. All right, there's plenty of stuff that sucked. Go make that. Go remake that and make that better.
There's plenty of stuff that was a good idea but executed poorly. Go find those and next time you get someone who executes it. Yeah.
Just go to the dollar bin at Walmart or $5 bin, and
that's if you're gonna remake something. Me and Neil will actually prefer something the original, but if you're gonna remake the shit that didn't work the first time.
For real. There's a big argument going on about Sadie Sink. You know, she's the one that is now already signed up to Spider-Man 4. Right. They're asking, everybody's now thinking. First, it was originally people were like, "Oh, she's probably gonna play Mary Jane because she's got red hair, you know, like Mary Jane, Spider-Man's love interest." People are now thinking that she is only to start the opening of the door to the MCU's X-Men, and that she's gonna be playing Jean Grey.
How would you feel about
that? Hey man, it's not my story to write. If they can use Jean Grey in the Spider-Man movie and get it open to the X-Men and give us the X-Men, I'm all on board to see the MCU X-Men already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you want to see who's going to be who's going to be new Wolverine? What they're going to keep on using? They can't keep
Who
on
knows?
using.
I don't even know. I don't even know at this point.
So quick question. A quick question. So Jean Grey, that's her superhero name as well as her name? Did she have a superhero name?
Yeah, her name is Jean Grey was just her name, and the Phoenix, because she became the Dark.
Oh god, that movie fucking sucks. Dark Phoenix is so terrible.
Oh, I know. That's one of the best storylines in comic books, and they just said, "Nah, let's just screw it up massively."
Yeah.
Just screw it up massively. Twice. They did it once with the original, and then they did the Dark Phoenix. Oh, anyway. It's a bitter subject for Neil. It's a bitter subject for Neil on that one.
Yeah.
Someone's fighting the good fight out there in Hollywood for us, Chris. There's been a man this past weekend who has been dressing up like Wile E. Coyote and going in front of Warner Brothers with a sign that says, "Release my movie."
Yeah, I want to see it too. If it's, right? Don't you?
I know, right? If you don't know, there's a movie called Coyote versus Acme. If you listen to the podcast, me and Chris have talked about it plenty of times over the past 2 years, I'd say. And it has a huge cast. I can't even remember everybody that was in it. I'd have to go look it up now. I should have probably had it up ready for when I did this. I know that evil guy John Cena is in it. That evil son of a bitch John Cena. Will Forte, Lana Condor, and also that evil bitch John Cena was in it as well.
So
nobody likes John Cena. Cena's a bitch.
Apparently now that he's a heel, everyone hates him.
I don't hate him.
So Warner Brothers, they're not releasing this, not releasing Batgirl. Do you wish Yakko, Wacko, and Dog would go ahead and see that? They sneak out. They could probably take this.
Yeah, where's Yakko, Wacko, and Dot? They need to help us out, man. They need to come in. They need to.
You would still watch Batgirl. I know you watch Batgirl. I know you.
I would watch Batgirl in a second. I like Batman stuff. Right now I'm going through Batman cartoons. I never gave really a chance because I was already in my 30s, and I was like, I've been watching them around the house here and there.
Do we have Batman news today?
I don't think we have any. I think I passed some Batman news. I know. Christina Montalito is who played Falcone's daughter in the Penguin is going to be part of a big cast for an animated film. So what is the name of it? I don't know why I did a Christmas
Is
song.
it Sneaks?
In Your Dreams, directed by the guy who did Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Shumi Liu's from there is going to be there. Craig Robinson from The Office is going to be there. Jolie Hong Rapport, Stevie Ellis Jansen is going to be in it. Gia Cards, but that's it. It's only Batman right now.
Okay. I thought I read something about Batman.
I mean, also there's. Oh, if there was, I did not see it, but
Okay.
I only did like 3 hours of research.
Yeah, I think you would have noticed something like that. So,
if it said Batman Beyond, I'd have looked at it right away. I'm a big geek for it. Talking about an action star, but action movie, an action star that we have not seen in a long time is returning to the big screens. He's been away for over 5 to 6 years now. He's returning to the movie screen for the first time in a long time, and that is the one and only Jet Li. Will be returning to the movie scene. He is going to be doing a movie called Blades of the Guardians, which is an adaptation from the Chinese manu Baihu Ren, which was turned into an anime back in the 2023. Now, not only will the historical fantasy martial arts action movie feature Li's return, it is also being helmed by renowned Hong Kong filmmaker and action choreographer Yin Yongpeng. So, who did Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Kung Fu Hustle, Fearless. So I mean, that's I mean, if you have an animated, show, that's exactly the people you want to bring that to life.
Yeah, you showed me a few things. Like he was in the Expendables,
another movie,
but whatever.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A movie we thought was way off board is actually done filming and post-production, and we are getting it as of September 12th this year. The one, the only. This is Spinal Tap 2.
Yeah.
We'll be playing September 12th.
We'll be singing it. We'll be singing for sure.
Oh, duh. It's right next to my birthday. I'm definitely declaring we're seeing this as Spinal Tap 2 as a birthday, as one of my birthday. I'm going to hey, it's my birthday. We're watching that movie.
I hope it's okay. It's okay.
The Russo brothers have let out that the Secret Wars that they will be basing the Secret War from the Marvel comic book universe that they will be portraying is they're going to do a little bit of both. So they're going to do the 1984. Like, if you don't know, guys, this whole line right there above my finger is the entire collection of 1984 Secret Wars action figures, because I'm a geek like that. But there's also a 2000 rendition where it was more based off of Doomsday and such like that. So they said they're going to get back and forth. They're going to go back and forth on it, kind of like what they did with Infinity War.
We're talking about the Russo Brothers movies next week. The Electric State.
I know, the Electric State, which I'm gonna surpass that one because we're not we'll talk about that when it comes out. Also this week, they have announced who Snape in the new Harry Potter is.
Is it Trent Reznor?
And if my screen didn't freeze, that would be perfect if it was. 1 second, my screen is freezing up drastically. But
you might need to come back and even come back.
There. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, give me a second.
I think
sorry, guys.
We're definitely off. It happens every show. Usually, if you guys listen to it on audio, I just cut this part out, but now it's just me just talking. It's just a shit in line, and so I'm over here just killing time. Right? Yeah, we're good. 1,
2,
3. Oh, we're good.
All right. But all right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, the man who will be playing. Oh man! All right. Give me
You
a
have to reopen
second.
it?
Gosh dang
Okay.
it.
What's going on?
I know. I science. It's all about science.
Okay.
It's all science. And also, we had a high volume of people that were in watching at the one point, and then now it's low. So it's probably like people coming in and out, and plus me opening up all these
Okay.
same time. But anyway, here we go. Here's Snape. Snape will be played by Papa Ishudu.
I support this decision.
Snape. I think he'll be cool. I mean, no matter what, let's be honest. Snape is a good character. Hopefully, I wish him nothing but the best. Talking about Harry Potter, if you want to go to OnlyFans and see one of the hot Harry Potter originals, she opened up a new Harry Potter. She just opened up an OnlyFans. Jessie Cave, aka Lavender Brown, she was the one that was stalking her little Harry, or her little Ron, Ronnie Pooh. And I think it wasn't that Goblets of Fire?
I don't remember.
The Goblets of Fire or Order of the Phoenix. But she was around in all those movies. She is now open an OnlyFans, but it's only to show off her hair.
Oh, that's nice. That's actually really wholesome.
Yeah, she knows that there's people with fetishes for girls with long hair, and so she's just taking pictures of her because she has hair that's like really, really long, not passed down to her buttocks.
Okay, well, cool.
And so it's not naughty, but it's, so if you like long hair and Harry Potter, there you go. That evil son of a bitch, John Cena, is getting a second version of a comedy that me and Chris actually covered, I think, last year, I believe.
Okay.
Paul Feig wants to do a sequel to
Let's fucking do it. Well,
it was funny. It wasn't like ground shaking. It didn't it made us
for some reason I didn't like it that much. I remember that. I remember not thinking. I thought you.
I kind of liked it just because I like the whole lotto aspect to it, getting chased around.
You Ricky Sneaky too. You Ricky Sneaky too.
Ricky Sneaky. I love me some good. I like comedy John Cena. I mean, if you guys out there, let's be honest, comedy John Cena.
Let me ask you a question, Neil. So, he's turned full heel. I know that she said last week that we get more information, and so John Cena show up again. Is he full heel? Is it for real?
On the good old wrestling, after the pay-per-view, he walked out to the press conference. Oh, I even have a microphone for it. He came out, he took the microphone out of the stand and went and just walked out. And we haven't heard anything from him.
That's that $8 microphone I got you for Christmas.
I know. But that's exactly what he did. He just came out, grabbed the microphone because he's at the press conference, dropped it,
and
just walked off.
Okay.
It was really cool. So yeah, it's him versus Cody Rhodes, the greatest pro wrestler of the last decade.
Okay.
All right. Now, Quiet Place 3 is still happening. Day 1 was not Quiet Place 3. That was a prequel.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a whole different group and stuff like that. They just wanted to tell everybody. So day 1 is not Quiet Place 3, just to be clear. A Quiet Place 3, we're starting to put it together right now. When we made the first one, John Krasinski didn't have a lot on his plate. He had just come out off The Office, and he wanted to be a director. Now he's in such high demand, it's hard to get him and get any time for him to come in and do the third movie of his trilogy. I mean, just like if I told you when The Office was out that Jim from The Office was going to have a trilogy of horror movies as a director,
I mean,
would you have believed me?
I wouldn't have known they would have been horror films or like what he did. They're pretty good, man. And John Krasinski, he was in Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. He's got all kinds of stuff he does. So, good for him.
Yeah, I mean, I want him to go as far as he can. He just seems like a really, really, really nice guy. So I'm so happy about that. Chris, if you want to, there is a new video game coming out based off of Mars Attacks called Mars Attracts. It's a strategy management tycoon game that puts the player in control of their own theme park on Mars. Now, the team for Mars Attracts is asking people to call let me see. Let me read it exactly because I had it memorized earlier and I did it. You get to build all the stuff, but they want you to come to the website at marsattracts.com and record your voice going like one make noises, and they will put it in the video game.
I might do that.
So check it out. The Mars Attacks game, Mars Attracts. All right, let's see here. Last week at the premiere of the movie Queen of the Ring, somebody was blindly attacked and beaten up on the red carpet. Yes, that's right. The AEW World Champion Toni Storm was bashed by a wrestler named Mariah May. She beat her bloody right on the red carpet it didn't lead into the pay-per-view or anything that happened 2 days later.
Oh, of course not, right? Yeah, of course not.
And, yeah, it did. Totally. It totally did. The Accountant Part 2 is done filming. There is a scene in it that Ben Affleck took really, really hard, and that was the line dancing scene.
Oh, no.
He says, my line dancing is better than any one of Tom Cruise's stunts. I put it up to him to try to prove me wrong. And not only that, we're also finding out The Accountant is now going to be part of a trilogy. So there will be another one after this.
It's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie. We liked it. We were both fans of it.
I watched it for the first time like a couple months ago. The first time I was like, it's pretty good. It's all right.
Also, on my birthday next year, 2026, that's when the new September 18th, 2026, Resident Evil, the new movie, will be out. That's that new one that they're working on.
Oh, so they've tried a few times. So hopefully they get it right this time.
Yay! We get to see another attempt at this. It's like it'd be like the Dark Phoenix saga again. And last but not least, Chris, an Oscar Award winner just got added to the MCU and will be joining the cast of Spider-Man 4 as well. Do you want to guess who it is?
Tell me, because I don't know.
A recent Oscar winner.
Mikey Madison?
Yeah. I knew you'd guess right away. Mikey Madison has now joined Spider-Man 4.
Sounds like something she did. So
let's be honest. That gives her a payday because right now a lot of her movies have been like either she's small parts or just or is an independent film like Honora, which I'm sure she didn't get a big payday on any of those. Those are just art for the art. And now this one's like, okay, now she can retire.
Here's 13 million. So.
But that's the news, Chris. That was the movies don't suck and some of the news. I told a bunch of stuff to Chris. He better like it because that's what it was.
Yeah, I have a clone.
Oh, you can just read them right across.
What's that? I have a clone, by the way. I have a twin.
Do you think you're a clone now?
I don't know. But Mickey 17. But there's plenty of clones. Directed by Bong.
You do have a clone. I guess you do. You are a twin. I guess that is kind of a clone. Are you the older or the younger?
I'm 1 minute older. Yeah.
So he's a clone of you.
Yeah. So we share the exact same genetic code. But Bong Joon-ho, sorry. He directed this. He's known mostly for Parasite. He wrote and directed that. He also did Okja. Do you remember Okja, the pig movie?
Yep.
He also did Snowpiercer, which I wasn't looking at. The Host, what you did, and now we're back. He's back with Mickey 17.
I'll show your
Yeah.
face.
So this stars Robert Pattinson as Mickey Barnes.
Tyler! Mr. Hawkins! It's fine, Jimmy. It's fine. She drew you a picture. She drew you a picture and you didn't come.
Also Stephen Yeun as Timo.
Why?
It's complicated. Come with me and...
Now, why would you lie to me again?
This also stars not what did you do? Why would they do that to me? Nomi Aki is Nasha.
It's literally on the picture in front of you.
Oh, right there. I want to see what their role is, dude. Their role. Okay. Nomi Aki is Nasha.
Gotta change it up.
Also, Mark Ruffalo is Kenneth Marshall.
Mike. What? Why are we hesitating? Baron told us to get law. This is law. Baron
Also, the stars Toni Collette as his wife, Mrs. Marshall.
Passing the torch. So we're here with Joni Thrombey, Harlan Thrombey's daughter-in-law.
Yeah, I married his son Neil.
That's you.
I know, she married me.
Neil, what's your the storyline for Mickey 17?
Oh, I didn't even get to it yet. Let's see, where is that? Adapted from the novel Mickey 7 by Edward Austin. This stars Robert Pattinson as an expendable, a disposable crew member on a space mission, selected for dangerous tasks because he can be renewed if his body dies. With his memories largely intact, with one regeneration, though, things go very wrong.
This is a powerhouse performance for Robert Pattinson. He's so good in this. So good.
This movie is shit. It's the worst movie I ever seen in my life. I'm just kidding. This movie was funny. It was cool. Everybody played their character like this is kind of movie like you could put Gary Busey in it and it felt like he was normal in it because it was like overacting to the extreme. But that's what these parts.
It's a very for. Robert Pattinson's playing a gonzo ass role in this one, and he's great. He's great. Plays multiple versions of himself. He's just so good in this. And it's a wild movie. But that's where we get it looks great. It's the original story. You don't get a whole lot of world building in movies like this anymore, but because of that, it feels a little bloated. Like he has all these ideas in it at the very beginning, and at the end it sort of turns into one we kind of seen before in Ocha. I'm not giving away, but like it just seems like there's so many ideas that, and then he tries to push it through, and then it's also kind of tonally uneven at points. There's some now. Right. I want to say that the worst movie by Bong Joon-ho is better than most other movies out there. Like,
yeah, this is a good movie. To me, man, I had a blast with this, especially the different characteristics. The fact I just had up for people at home was while it was well known that Pattinson plays multiple versions of Mickey due to the cloning process, Bong Joon-ho insisted on filming certain scenes without Pattinson knowing which version of Mickey he was playing. So in this movie, this method was meant to capture the confusion and dread of the clone struggling with his own identity, which you can see it through the movie. It was really good.
It was very funny. There's very funny moments in this. Mark Ruffalo plays an insane person, and it's
oh, he's not just insane. Toni Collette too, man. Like she's fucking nuts. I don't even know what to say more than that. She's just nuts.
It's a good movie. It's a very funny. It's very interesting. It's very new. It's different, and it's not a sequel to anything unless it's Mickey 18 or Mickey 19 in the future. This is a fun movie. Mickey 17's it's good.
What movie was that with Bill Cosby where it was like supposed to be a sequel? Like it was the Leonard Six, where it was supposed to be like the sixth movie in a line of movies that none of the other five happened.
I didn't see that.
It was a comedy about action movies and how they do sequels all the time. Anyway, but continue.
It has a message. I mean, pretty simple. The message, they like I said, they had like 6 or 7 of them messages, and because that it was a little bloated in that aspect, but it was a good movie. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I definitely liked it more than The Gorge because I don't see movies like this very often now, you know, at all.
No, this was fun. It was very like it just right away, like you got what the movie was. It's like fun sci-fi. I mean, it's rated R, so you're gonna see some gore, hear some F bombs, I guess some sex
I
content
think I see
too,
some
but
tits in it.
you don't really
At
see
least some titties at some point.
maybe I don't know. But it's like it's a really fun movie. It really is. It's just a fun sci-fi weird movie. Like to like even explain it to you is difficult. Like if the
Yeah,
people that
even
are
if we explain
watching,
it, you're not gonna know
like
what you're getting into. I mean,
it's like these characters here, Mark Ruffalo and Tony Collette was just insane. It's all about the sauce. Does it matter what's in the sauce? Just eat the sauce. The sauce is the sauce. Like Mickey just is fun. I mean, there's just so many different aspects to this movie that you're just like,
yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun movie about a guy who's a clone going through being a clone and the aspects of what people think it's good or bad. I mean, basically he's like, oh, at one point they're like, oh, this clone's still alive. That's okay. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, so
Fine.
it's a fun movie. Yeah, I like Mickey 17 quite a bit, and I was this one I was really looking forward to because of the director, and that's why a lot of people refer to Bong Joon Ho. Like I said, the best movie by him or the worst movie by him is better than a lot of movies that are generally considered good. So it's nice to see Robert Pattinson also be wild. When's he getting nominated for an Oscar? This guy's amazing, right?
Dude, I mean, like, there's been so many different movies. What movie was it that he did with where he was the drug addict with
Good
his little
times.
brother and
Good
they were going
times.
around? Good Times.
Uh-huh.
That was a great one. Gosh, I
The
mean,
Batman.
if we, I know Batman was good, but I mean, they're the only reason they even gave good old Heath Ledger the Golden Trophy was because he passed away.
He was in the fucking lighthouse, dude. I love the lighthouse. Why'd you spill your beans?
Oh, Lighthouse was a great movie. There's so many. What else? What else? I mean, I don't know why he didn't get an Oscar for Twilight. Those movies were amazing.
Yeah, but he's a great actor. Robert Pattinson. He's
Wait a minute. The boy and the boy and the heroine, didn't that win an Oscar last year?
he didn't win it.
He's in the movie.
Okay. All right. But I want to say that he's transcended that Edward Cullen thing, you know? He's a legit actor, Robert Pattinson, and I'm glad to see him.
Oh, the devil all the time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The devil. Yeah.
But yeah, Mickey 17, guys.
Yeah.
We could talk all day about it, but we recommend you.
It's fun. People are dying. There's laughter. There's good
There's
jokes.
social commentary.
It's got grotesque. So don't show this to the kiddos unless you show that kind of stuff to the kiddos. But there is some gore. It's about death and them dying all the time. So I don't know if you want to teach kids that they can die and there's
it's also anti-capitalist and all that stuff. It's got the broad strokes, Bong Joon Ho form, and it sort of kind of takes I don't know anything away, but there's ideas in here that you're like you a little activist and you might come out near the end of it. But
you're like, yeah.
Why? Hey, well, why don't we do something about that?
Why? Can't we all just get along?
Yeah, Mickey 17, man. It's a good one movie. You know?
It was fun. It's fun. Everybody played their part. Robert Pattinson played off of all his actors really well. The I still can't give enough props to Mark Ruffalo, Tony Collette, combination. That was good. The two of them playing off of each other was just so fun. You can tell that they're just having a hell of a good time making this movie.
All right, Neil, what's your score on this one?
I'm gonna give this one like a 3.8. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Maybe a 3.9. You know what? I'll go 3.9. I'll go 3.9. It was fun. It was entertaining. It made me happy. It didn't change my world or anything like that. It wasn't like, change, but I can watch this. I'll go 4. I'll go 4 even. I can probably rewatch this movie 5 times in a row and not be mad about it. Like, it's one of those movies that it's just fun. It's good. It was entertaining, and you get some good cheap laughs out of it.
Mine's a 3.9. I couldn't quite give it a 4. I just couldn't do it. So it takes
I can because
you guys play the
I can because there's at one point you see 2 Robert Pattinsons next to each other, and that's worth a 4 right there.
That grossed me out. Like that, there's a scene in there that as a twin, I was like fucking gross.
Chris was all about it. Don't let him lie.
I was like,
don't let him lie. And we're not even gonna tell you what it is, but when you see the movie, you'll know what scene it is, and you'll be like, "Sit, Chris, you weirdo, man." Oh, you know what? That would probably be. You know what? That's like you're one of the few people that would probably be a gross scene for because you have a twin.
You gross me out.
Like, okay. Wow, I didn't. Sometimes I need to forget that I need to take things from other people's perspectives. Sometimes.
Well, I had a unique perspective on it because they have a twin brother who's an identical twin brother. So seeing that, I was like, ugh. But wait, have you seen that show Love on Netflix?
No. I have a very limited time capacity of watching things.
I'm telling you, I wasn't gonna make you watch it. There's just a scene there that I wanted to mention.
No.
You haven't seen it? I'm not gonna talk about it. So Neil, I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for Mickey 17?
I think the audience score on this will easily be an 87%.
72%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What is the critic score for Mickey 17?
Maybe they went higher. 76.
77% certified fresh.
What is it?
So, certified fresh at 77%.
Nice. That was off by 1.
Yeah. Critics' consensus is Mickey 17 finds Bong Joon-ho returning to his forte of daffy sci-fi with a withering social critique at its core, proving along the way you can never have too many Robert Pattinsons. I agree. Okay, so I'll read a bad review. This is your Griffiths. This is Culture Entertainment. He says, Mickey 17 is a watchable film due to the performance of Robert Pattinson, who is brilliant here. Screenplay itself seems to lose its way as it focuses on trying to get a laugh rather than the important things the film should be focusing on. I kind of get that, but I liked it mostly. And this is from Lyra Hale of Fangirlish. She goes, Mickey 17 was an unexpected delight that reminded me of why I loved Starship Troopers so much as a kid. I guess, man.
No, I get that. Yeah, I get that Starship Troopers kind of fun feeling with this movie. I get that. Weren't you a fan of Starship Troopers?
Yeah, it was fine.
I love Starship.
And this is from Josh Larson. This is from Josh Larson Film. He says, may not be my preferred mode of Bong Joon-ho, but it's a mode we need right now. And he's not wrong. It's thinly veiled, but you see parallels between the culture we're going through and sort of people that permeate that. So that's because 17. You guys can go to theaters and watch this. I hope I recommend it. Me and Neil recommend it. 3.9 for me, 4 for Neil. And I think I know there's somebody out there that like it more than we will. I know that.
It was fun though. It was a good fun movie. Definitely. If you don't see it at the theater, this is one of them that you can easily have fun with watching at home with your buddies, your friends, your family, your loved ones, any children. Definitely need to watch this.
But but me and Neil, we always push the theater, and this is at the theater. You can see it. Neil, next week we're doing Novocaine and the Electric State, right?
Yes, we're watching a robot movie and a movie about a guy that doesn't feel pain.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know.
I hadn't seen the trailer for Electric State. I know nothing about it. So,
yeah, that's all I know. I know a little bit about it because I read some article earlier today while I was getting the news together.
And I'm RottenTomatoes.com and they showed the scores and some of the stuff on the side. So we'll talk about that next week. But Mickey 17 next week, Novocaine and the Electric State. But I'm looking forward to watching both.
Right?
You guys find us on movies.net, we're at WTMnet.com. That's W number 2 is in movies net. You'll find us on with a bunch of other podcasts. We're on Spotify. Wherever you find podcasts, you find us. Go to our Blue Sky Movies Don't Suck. Go to our YouTube Movies Don't Suck podcast. We're on Instagram MTS podcast. And if you guys want to send us an old fashioned email, like if you guys want to do that, info@moviesdon'tsuck.net. You can do that, or moviesdon'tsuckpodcast@gmail.com. I mean, I get them.
I love them.
Yeah. So if you guys want a sticker, just contact us through one of the socials, and I'll make sure to get that sent out to you pronto or PDQ. So Neil, what do you do for small business?
If you got a small business, let us know. Email us, message us. Go to Chris's house. I'll give you the address. Just knock on the door and be like, "I want you guys to advertise me." We'll be more than happy to advertise
I'll
you.
say get up. I'll be like, get off my lawn, cretin.
But it's weird because it's not like a lawn. It's like these weird steps you have to go up. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
it's weird.
Donkey Kong almost.
Yeah, you have to miss
Yeah,
barrels.
all
and
the above.
there's a girl at the
But
top
we'll
of
be
it.
more than happy to advertise your business right here on our podcast. Just give us that information.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Neil, you ready to get out here? I need to get some
I
chicken.
gotta go
right?
eat some food. I'm hungry.
All right, man. All right. Hold on. Let me get this. Gotta get this thing set up because I wasn't ready. Neil. All right.
That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
And remember, guys,
Chris.
no matter what time of day it is, if you think you're cologne now, just make sure you look around to see if you're the only one around. Have a good day.
See you guys later.
Woo, 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 woo. Hey, thank you all for watching us today. I see you guys all out there. Remember to make comments in the chat comment area, and we'll be more than happy to make you a part of our segments going on this entire time. Thank you guys for being big fans. We will return, I guess, next Thursday too, right? Next Thursday, because St. Patty's Day is on Monday. I will die. Yeah, my wife that's her birthday, but she will be out of town. So I guess next Thursday we'll be back.
I forgot that Monday was St. Patty's Day. Whatever.
Woo, woo, woo. I'll go out for a little bit. I don't think I'm going to go get like,
I see some crazy shit on St. Patty's Day on the way home. You're like, that's all. I've seen people just.
You know how many
fly
people
the
would
cars in
buy
the
me
parking
shots
lot?
alone just because I have green hair on St. Patty's Day? I can
know.
wear a
Yeah,
complete
do
black
you.
suit this year, and it's okay because I don't.
And yeah, the thing what happens is that you don't have to pay for any drinks. They'll be paid for by people want to touch your
I
green hair.
know, and I'll be like, it's not green hair, it's mold. It's mold that's growing on my head.
Yeah.
But thank you guys. See